What up? What up? What up? It's Shit Talking Tuesday. And and I'm hitting myself in the head. And we're your hosts, Mariah and Ty. Ty, happy Tuesday. How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm I'm doing good. Happy Tuesday to you too. To take it easy on yourself. I mean, dang, it's shit talking Tuesday, not beat yourself up Tuesday. My
I
goodness.
know. It's probably the heat. I mean, freaking, I
Yep,
don't know how fucking
going crazy.
delirious because it's so hot. Chats, what's up? Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. Throwback.
What
Appreciate
up?
you. Shout out to Dawn, who would usually be here, but she's sick. Her husband's sick. Her kids are sick.
Oh
So
man.
hopefully you guys all get better soon, Dawn. Rob D, what's good?
What
What's
up?
good? Jimmy, what up? Brandon, what's up?
What's
What's
going
up?
on?
All those that watch back on replay, that are out there watching, that aren't in chat, what's up to you all? We appreciate you as well.
Big time.
So let's start. Obviously, doesn't have nothing to do with the 49ers. Unfortunately, hopefully next year it will. But the Super Bowl obviously was this weekend. The football season now officially over. But Eagles, Kansas City was denied their three-peat. A pretty one-sided game, the entire game. Like the final score, like, is no way close to how the game was. Like, for those that didn't watch, because I know a lot of people said they weren't watching. Like, you're gonna see the score and think, oh, like, it was close, yada yada. No, it was never close. Kansas City came back, like, scored some points in garbage time in the fourth quarter. Like, if a team's putting in their backup quarterback in the Super Bowl, that's a good sign of pretty much how things are going. So shout out to Philly. They were able to do what unfortunately we weren't able to do. But man, 49ers, if you're going to follow a blueprint, please stack up those freaking trenches, because we seen what having a D-line, a dominant fucking D-line and defense does in the Super Bowl. Like, Mahomes never looked like Mahomes the entire Super Bowl. And that was from just a front four. Like, they never blitzed, 0 blitzes the entire game. So pretty crazy. Man, a lot of hate. Hurts gets a lot of hate. And man, to end the season shutting everybody up, getting your Super Bowl dub and Super Bowl MVP. Shout out to them. Thoughts on the Super Bowl and Kansas City being denied?
Yeah, it was a good game. Pretty much saw it coming. Because Philly's defense it's been good all year, and they've been getting after it. And we know if you can get after Kansas City for 4 quarters, they can be got. That's something that we weren't able to do. We can get after it, but we couldn't finish it. But they did, and they jumped on them. So it was a good game. It's good to see somebody different up there, even though Philly won just a few years ago, but totally different squad from then.
Yeah.
And good to see the refs stay out of it for the most part and let the players play and do their thing. And that was most welcome. So it was a good game. It was fun to watch, and it was fun to see Mahomes get smacked around.
Yeah. I think that's what a lot of people's worries were what's the refs going to be like? And we've seen, like, leading, like, the entire week, even leading up, obviously, in the entire season, it's been people talking about it, but the entire week leading up to the Super Bowl, like, from Kansas City's questioning, like, everything was talk about the refs. Like, to be in there and you're sitting there answering questions about the Super Bowl, and people are asking you questions about the refs.
Right.
Asking you if you get them Christmas cards and, like, all this kind of shit when you're at the Super Bowl is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, man, like you said, the refs pretty much stayed out of it, and we saw what happened. So, good to see. Glad to see Mahomes, not be on the top of the world anymore, and kind of just humble Kansas City's fans a little bit because, man, they were just on my last fucking nerve. And honestly, you know, the Eagles fans, you know, because I thought they were going to be like just totally annoying and obnoxious after this win. And I'm sure some are, right?
So, you know that some are, yeah.
Yeah, but luckily the ones I've come in contact with and the ones that I know have been great. So shout out to them. Congratulations, obviously, to my family as well, who are all Eagles fans. So they're all happy. And hopefully next season, Super Bowl 60, right?
Yep.
In the Bay, can we get our fucking dub? Like, how awesome cooking would that be?
Yep.
To win the Super Bowl in the Bay, number 60. Like,
that's right.
Man,
Super
we
Bowl
really
60,
need...
Super Bowl number 6.
Yeah.
At home. It's kind of all there, all tied in. You just gotta make it happen, Niners, you know.
Rob D says Pickens won a Super Bowl. Yeah. TDP, Danny Gray, Tariq Castro Fields, all cast-offs from the 49ers all have Super Bowl rings now. So shout out to them. But yeah, like this like has got me so much more hyped for the off season, just because like I'm like so ready to see, like, please, like, don't let us down, 49ers. Okay. Like, we need you guys to really hit this off season out of the freaking park. And as much as we don't want to admit it, there's some glaring holes and needs that need to be filled. So hopefully they're able to take care of all that. Steve-O, what's good?
It's good.
Jess, what up?
What's up, Jess?
Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Man, I am like so freaking hot. It's crazy. I was listening to some people talk earlier, and they're like all talking about, oh, I'm out shoveling snow and we're supposed to get snow tonight. And then, oh, we're getting snow tonight. And the next one, we're getting snow tonight. And I'm like freaking wiping sweat off my face. Like,
there's ice on the ground. There's ice on the ground right now by me. And we're supposed to get more snow overnight tonight. So, yeah. Two totally different environments.
Yeah, crazy. Let's do some giveaways. Let me show you what we got. Obviously, the big news we're going to get into of Deebo requesting his trade. So why not give away a Deebo card to celebrate, or not, however you guys feel about the situation. We're going to do some, let me see where this glare is at today. All right. Bernardo Green. We got Cowing. BP. Brock Purdy. We got a numbered college Ricky Pearsall.
Oh, that's cool.
Numbered 26 out of 35. So I've figured since it's draft time, we can do the college one.
Yeah.
And then we'll finish it off with the Deebo
there you go.
Patch card. And then we got a new swiper card over here as well, since the old one was given away. And we got the swiper. Come on, Glare. Fred Warner, bang. So that'll be the swiper card if and when we come to that. It'll be up there waiting. So let me set up this first giveaway. I know there's only a few of you here, so a few of you will take advantage.
Exactly.
Let's do this. Hashtag vibes gets in there. Hashtag vibes. Let's start off with Green, Cowing, and Purdy. And then we'll close off with Deebo and Ricky. Sound good? Sound good. All right, so, you know, we wake up Super Bowl Sunday expecting no news of the 49ers. Since the 49ers aren't in the Super Bowl, why would we be in the fucking news, you know?
Yeah.
Season's over. 49ers season's been over for a couple weeks, like few weeks, a month. And And all of a sudden, the headline at what time was this? 8:37 freaking a.m. Like literally, I woke up and this tweet was the very first tweet that I opened up to. Adam Schefter tweeting out, the 49ers have granted Deebo Samuel and his agent Tory Dandy permission to find a trade partner for the wide receiver, Samuel told ESPN. This comes after Samuel asked San Francisco to trade him during the players' exit meetings after the season. It was a hard conversation to have with Kyle because of the relationship that we have, Samuel said. But I have to do what's best. I'm more than thankful for the Niners giving me the opportunity of a lifetime. But now I think it's best that we find another team. Deebo then goes on to share that tweet with the prayer emojis. I figured obviously once last, the big talk last offseason was this might be the last season that we have with both BA and Deebo with BA getting paid, right? So we went into this season, 49ers fans already having that in our heads thinking, okay, this is a possibility. This is Deebo's last season with us anyway. I didn't think, however, that it would be Deebo then flipping the script and saying, oh, no, I want out before you guys can get rid of me. Like, that whole breakup situation, like when you were in high school, you knew your spouse, your partner, whatever it was, you heard, their best friend, so-and-so is about to break up with you. Oh, yeah? Why break up with you first before you can break up with me, right?
I quit you first.
Yeah. Like, that's how it reminds me of the whole situation. Like, oh, my God. Like, obviously, the writing was on the wall that your ass is going to be out of there. Then, after the season you had, right? Like, the whole hitting your teammate, lock in, you're tweeting or being upset that you're not getting the freaking ball. Then you get the ball and you don't do shit. You drop it. And, like, just a crazy fucking season. And it's just been kind of crazy, like such a roller coaster with Deebo Samuel, I swear, since he's been on this team, from the overweight to the just such crazy freaking shit. Like, I'm grateful, obviously, Deebo like literally carried this team a couple seasons when we had, not very much talent on the team. Those first couple seasons were pretty rough. And then obviously we know the 2019, right? What it was 2019 season when he went off. That gets him paid. Oh yeah, whatever season it was. He goes off and he gets paid, and we kind of never see that Deebo again. So that's kind of been the story. I'm fine with it. Obviously, if you guys have been listening to me long enough, you guys know BA is my guy. I've been over Deebo for years already. When he was in when he was in the contract talks and, asked to be traded at that time, I was wanting the 49ers to do it at that time. I wish they would have done it at that time. But what can we do about it now? Now he's asking for a trade again. Don't do nothing fucking stupid. Like, stop keeping somebody around that doesn't want to fucking be here. Like, nothing I hate more. And this is what I put a tweet out saying. Some of these people on Twitter, I swear, are the type of person that you could have, going back to the spouse connection, a spouse telling you, I don't want to be with you. I do not love you. I'm done. I hate you. You're ugly. Whatever they could possibly tell you. And you begging them to stay.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be there. Let them go.
Yeah.
Let them fucking go, please. So that's where I'm at it. You don't want to be here? Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you. Thank you for your contributions to the 49ers. Adios. Exactly. Where you at, Ty?
In the words of Steph Sanchez, peace. Like, go.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's just like you said, like, for the past 2 seasons, this could be Deebo's last ride. He could be gone, we're at that point. And we're at that point in which his play with us has declined. We can only use him really in like 2 or 3 different ways. That's it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not a deep receiver. He's not beating guys one-on-one. Kyle has to scheme him open with everything short and over the middle. Right? Or some decoy stuff out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
it.
that hardly works.
Yeah. And like he ain't the runner he is anymore. And that's partially because teams key in on him. They will not let him run the ball on us, especially with him talking trash and everything. Like that doesn't work anymore. So it's like, dude, what can you do? So at this point, we're at that point where a separation is needed. Like, dude, go your way. You want to go? Cool. We're fine with that. You go your way. We restocked our wide receiver room with guys who can run routes and get open last draft. So we're okay. We're going to let you do you. We're going to continue to do us. And, we'll see you when you see you. Good luck in Denver.
Yeah. We're going to talk about a couple places that he could possibly go. Because I think it was, like Rob has mentioned there, too much of a cap hit not to get anything for him. And that's the thing is that, if you do obviously trade him, you're not getting away clean because there is a pretty decent sized cap hit that you're taking. So you're going to want to at least get something, right? Like,
yep.
Anything at this point. Obviously, like there's some Niner fans saying, oh, we better get a first and we got to trade him for Myles Garrett straight up. Like you're fucking dreaming. Like, please.
Yeah. Like we know Cleveland does some dumb stuff and Cleveland is going to Cleveland, but like we'd have to be really lucky for them to accept that trade. Like seriously.
Yeah. I definitely think, and we'll talk about it in a minute, we could package him up into something, but to just trade him straight out, like straight people up, just need to
exactly.
Like
they need to chill.
Like you're gonna get your feelings or your whatever it is upset when we don't get near what you think we're gonna get.
Yep.
But we need to at least get freaking something is the point. Get something. SGA Sports Talk. What's good? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I think you had won a card. I have to look. I think you have something here, but I didn't have your address. Everybody else that had something that I didn't have their address, I got rid of their shit already. I'm sending it to somebody else, but I did keep yours. I didn't get rid of yours. So I do need to get your address from you one of these days, but I'll keep it here until then. All right, let's go ahead and draw these.
All right.
For the few lovelies that we have here. All right, we're going to draw Renardo Green and then Jacob Cowing and then Brock Purdy. So good luck. Good luck to you 5 wonderful darlings. Steve-O with the friggin' dog.
I know.
Friggin' goofy. Jess.
Hey, Jess, congrats.
Renardo Green is yours, ma'am.
Nice.
Is Jess going to be our swiper of the day? Let's see. Because we know this little system here picks favorites. And it's usually one of the first couple people that win.
It keys in on someone, and it's like, I'm riding with this person all the way.
Yep. All right, Jacob Cowing. Good luck. See?
Yep. There we go.
What did I tell you? Congrats.
There we
Jess.
go.
Cowing is yours as well. All right, Brock Purdy is just going to sweep the round. Let's see. It's because just the only girl in there. So she got to represent.
Yep. It's like Dawn's not here. I got to give
Steve-O and the dogs.
The Lady Mojo.
Congrats, Steve-O.
Congrats, Steve-O.
I'll set up the other giveaways here shortly. Again, if you weren't here to see, we will be closing out with, we got the Deebo patch card, and we have a numbered Ricky 26, I think 26 out of 35, something like that. So that's what we'll close it off with. So congrats, Jess, Stevo. So yeah, let's talk about, and chat, let us know what you guys think. If you guys, have any other ideas where we could send Deebo. Now, part of me just wants to send him to somewhere like, the Panthers or
Uh-huh.
but the Panthers would be actually a good choice because that's his home. That's where he's
Oh
from.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that actually wouldn't be a good thing. They got an up and coming quarterback that could really use somebody like Deebo. Like
he played well to end the season.
Yeah, so that's actually not a bad place for him. Like you say Panthers because they just been the shit team for so long now. But the couple teams, and then we'll get into them. But the couple teams that I have written down here with little something.
Jess, you won.
Is Browns, Broncos, and Steelers, and then Jets too, because there's something interesting brewing over there. But let's talk about the Browns first. Obviously, we got another disgruntled player, in the Browns that has asked for a trade as well. So, they're to the point where obviously, you have a player that doesn't want to be there. But he's also, the best player at his position in the entire football league. So now, if we could package Deebo up with, who knows what the Browns, because again, it's the Browns. They do like the craziest shit. So you can't like even judge them by what the rest of the NFL does, because they always do like complete opposite of what the fuck everybody else is doing.
In a class by themselves.
Yeah. So who knows what, I'm guessing from what, the trades and talks of things that I've seen going around, it's going to take a first plus a bunch of other shit and players, or a couple firsts, or somewhere in that neck of the woods. Now, the 49ers are in the best position right now. If you're planning to use this first round draft pick to get D-line anyway, I'm all for spending that on somebody that you already know what you're getting, right? So if you can package this year's first, which is actually a decent first, like the Browns are going to take our first before they take Kansas City's first, or
exactly
the Ravens first,
the
like
Eagles,
somebody's first, up where we normally are in the 29, 28, 30 range. We actually have a first round draft pick that people want now, so if we could package that with Deebo, with maybe another player, with maybe another third, fifth, whatever else it fucking takes. I don't know what else it would take. I'm not a freaking GM, but I'm good with that. Like, send him to the Browns, figure it out. They don't have a quarterback, whatever the fuck you want out, and it's funny because I was watching real quick, and then I'll get your thoughts on that. But just to think about this, last night, I think it was last night on what's that show, Nightcap or whatever, with Ocho and
it's
Shannon.
Yep.
So Ocho was saying that, Deebo better be careful because the grass ain't always greener on the other side. But you don't know that until you get over there. And then once you're at that place, you're like, oh shit, well, they don't do this like San Francisco does. Well, how come they're not doing this? Well, how come I don't have this? Well, how come, he's like, so, you got to make sure that you're choosing wisely because, so there's that. And who knows what the Browns are like inside. We know what they look like from the fucking outside, and it's a mess. But what are your thoughts if we were able to package Deebo and a first, and obviously plus something, in order to get Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett, generational talent, We know, like you said, best at what he does, consistent through in and throughout. And he's a 3-down defensive end. He's not a pass rush specialist. He's not a run specialist. He does it all well. So you know what you're getting. He's a proven commodity. So if there's a way to get him, you get him. That 11th pick, you give that up easily. I think that's a no-brainer, right? And if the Browns say, hey, we need more, well, the Browns do need a wide receiver. And they do need someone who, when that quarterback, whoever that quarterback it is that's going to come in there, can just quick dump the ball off to and let him run and do his thing. Deebo Samuel. Who's better than that? He went all pro doing it.
Yeah.
So boom, that's your starting point right there. So let's start making this happen. Right? What else do you need? You need a linebacker. We got a couple of young linebackers you could have. You know what I mean? You need a running back too. Like Jordan Mason. I love Jordan Mason. He's a restricted free agent, but we could do a little sign and trade, include Jordan Mason in there.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not going to use him, and we got
Exactly.
Garendo.
You know, Kyle ain't going to use him anyway. Exactly. When we still have Garendo to back up CMC, and we see how good Garendo was, he'll only get better. Like, we have a couple of pieces that we can give them that doesn't hurt us. But that starting point of that 11th and Deebo, I think that's a good starting point. So, yeah, you get Myles Garrett, who you know it can wreak havoc on a defensive line. Now you got a true, legit defensive end outside opposite of Nick Bosa. That's your starting point right there. That's your starting point right there. So, yeah, you definitely do it.
Yeah, the fact that they have, obviously the Browns have Myles Garrett, who also wants out. Like, that's the first team. That's the number one top of my list that I'm trying to get Deebo to.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I know they gave them, Deebo and his agent, permission to make a call, but I'm making a call too. Mm-hmm. I'm calling up Cleveland. Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah.
I'm calling every day. Hey, how you feeling today?
Let's say what's up to a few people that have snuck in here. Bebop Baroni. What's good? What's good? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We got Alberto. What's up, gangsta? Hope you're doing well, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got TL. What's up? What's up?
What's going on, fam?
Much love to you, to the fam. Hope you guys are all well.
Indeed.
Got Tommy in the house. What's up, sir? Yes, I'm for this. Like, as long as we're not giving away, like our next how many ever first round picks,
exactly.
Luckily this like not an NBA where you can give away picks into 30 fucking years. Like, I swear, I don't know what their rules are over there, but I swear when they do trades, it's like they gave up 65 second round picks for the next 35 years. And it's just like, where do they get all these freaking picks from? So like, if it's, you're giving up a first this year, even if you're giving up like a second next year or a third, like whatever,
it's worth it.
Get it. Because like what I said, like you're going to use that first round pick anyways on a D line that could bust.
Yep.
Like, look at the D line
we've done.
Look at the trenches that we have drafted. Like, we haven't had the greatest,
we've
track record.
We've literally been down this road.
So, yeah, I'm all for obviously going all out. John B, what's good? What's good? Good afternoon.
JV
Hope
in the house.
You're doing well.
Symmetry up in here. You see him?
Yep, I'm getting there. Sim, what up? What up? I swear, Sim made it to like.
My man said,
I was thinking the other day, you have made it to like 3-4 weeks of shows now. I feel like in a row. Like this has to be an all-time record for you, Sim.
He's pulling up.
I must be doing like shows at your lunchtime, or you must be off on this day or something, because you have made too many shows in a row. Something is going on. Deebo gonna fetch a 4th rounder this year and a 5th, 6th rounder next year. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Like, you have to at least get something for him. So if we can package him up, for a player, like, we're going to move on to the Broncos here next once I finish saying hello. But if we could package him up to something, for like, I would rather get a player if we can get a player that we need at a position. Because who knows what the hell. Oh, just finished work. Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. I think I caught everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. Because when I was going through the list, when you were talking and I was getting ready to see who I had to say hi to, I didn't even see John V in there. I didn't see somebody else in there too. So people sneak in, I swear.
Yeah. They pulling up. I like it.
Yeah. Appreciate you all coming through. All right, let's talk about the Broncos. Now, there's been these little, I guess, rumors or things going on with people like putting out these tweets like, oh, well, I got this info, but I can't say yet. And it's talking about this person getting traded to the Broncos, orange, like all these clues that something with the Broncos. So I started thinking, okay, the Broncos. Well, I know the Broncos have a player that we've been wanting back. So
isn't he a free agent?
Is he? I don't know. I didn't look. DJ Jones, I don't know if he's a free agent or not, but if not, get him over here. Swap him up. Shit, they would be stupid. I don't think there's no way that they let go. Even if we were to include, obviously not even for Deebo straight up, even if we were to include picks, I don't think there's any way that they're letting go of PS2. I just don't see it happening. I wish. Could you imagine him back there with Diamador Lenore and Renardo Green?
Yeah. He's like their key player. That ain't happening.
Man, that would be beautiful.
That ain't happening. Yeah. And he's still hella cheap, still, on a rookie deal, still young. He ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, I don't know if DJ Jones is a free agent or not, but if he is still under contract, like I wouldn't mind making that move. We haven't been able to find somebody like him, I swear, since he left. So, but even not, I mean, oh shit, we could, maybe they have somebody else we need. But there's been a lot of clues hinting around to the Broncos. And again, the Broncos are a team that have a young quarterback that could definitely use, some help.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? What you think, Ty?
They're light on wide receiver. Yeah, like it's a landing spot just because it's a need. Excuse me. And I want to think of it from this standpoint. We talked about Deebo's skill set, and you got to be able to use him in certain ways. Where you have a coach there who has an offensive mind, who knows how to use people in certain ways, right? When he was with the Saints and he had a Taysom Hill who had to be used in a specific way, he did that.
Yeah.
Well, now you got a Deebo who can do those things.
That's true.
So from that standpoint, it makes sense, right? So yeah, and DJ Jones is an unrestricted free agent. So we would just have to make him an offer. And
just need to get him.
Hopefully, no one else throws a huge offer at him and sign him. But, it could work. It could work. Like Denver could definitely be a trade partner. Do they want to trade for him, use him, take on the contract? Hey, let's talk. Let's work it out. Let's see what we could do.
Yeah.
It's all part of the game. Let's talk about it.
All part of it. The next team that's obviously, and going back to last offseason, was linked to Ayuk as well. And they never ended up getting any help at wide receiver. So they still need help at wide receiver. And again, have been thrown out there in rumors. That's the Steelers. Now, I suggested that, if you guys kindly take Deebo off of our hands and give us something that we really need, then we'll work out a little deal with you since we didn't let you have BA last offseason. So, come on, Steelers, call me up. let me work out something. My people, your people, get them together. Let's make a deal. I don't necessarily know, like player wise, if they would have
Right.
anybody that, I mean, obviously they have players that we want,
Yeah.
but players that they would let go of that we actually want. But like I said, they're very wide receiver needy. So maybe they'd be willing to give up a little bit of a higher pick, because they went the entire season without getting a wide receiver last year. Like they don't want to, I'm sure, go through this fucking thing again.
Mhm.
Like nobody out there. Especially, if you're going to have, let's say they end up paying because they have no quarterback right now. So let's say they do end up keeping and paying Justin Fields. Now you team up Justin Fields with Deebo. That could be a dangerous situation there because now you don't know who's fucking running. You don't know.
Exactly.
You can have Deebo, Justin Fields, your running back, all back there, and
all kinds of trickeration happening. Yeah, you don't know. So, man, didn't we just go down the Pittsburgh road last season with BA? Hey, what is this connection to Pittsburgh all of a sudden? Oh, we're on the other side of the country. It's crazy. But, just talking about things that kind of make sense. Pittsburgh does kind of make sense because they do have a legit number one wide receiver already in Kenny Pickens. So he can do all that stuff like Brandon Ayuk and Juwan Jennings. Yeah. And then you got the Deebo working all that underneath stuff, which he's very good at. So boom, there you go. Now you're not asking Deebo to be a number one and do things that he may be uncomfortable with. So it fits. And then, like you said, their quarterback situation is in flux. So whether they go out and get a rookie or a Sam Darnold type or somebody you just don't know, you want at least two good receivers out there. So he fits. It kind of makes sense. So if we could work out something, yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening. And plus, Pittsburgh, AFC team, you want to send them away.
Yeah. Send
them away. And we just played the North 2 years ago, so we wouldn't see them next season. So, yeah, this season or the following, or 2026. Yeah, so he could go. Like, dude, go ahead.
Yeah. Sim says Deebo to Green Bay has been his prediction since October.
Huh.
Do you think Sim for a pick, or player swap? What do you think? If we were to trade him to Green Bay, that would get. Again, I mean, you got Love, right?
Yep.
Who does some running. I mean, he's not a runner, but he's definitely not a statue back there.
He's mobile, yeah.
Yeah.
He can take off.
A young, growing quarterback. Like, all these teams that have, like, those young quarterbacks that are just starting out, that don't have a crazy, like, I just feel like I know Deebo and Shanahan are homies, but I just feel like Shanahan's offense, and obviously us getting Brock Purdy. Now, Deebo fit perfectly with Jimmy, but the fact that us getting Brock and the way that hopefully Shanahan's offense starts growing to actually use the wide receivers that we have, like you just paid Ayuk all this fucking money. Hopefully when he comes back from his injury, right? You got Pearsall, like, we can stretch the field, use these guys on the outside. We have a quarterback that can do it. Like, we're growing out of Deebo, but you still have teams that can take advantage of what Deebo does. He just has to go to the right situation.
Exactly.
And I'm sure the 49ers, it's not their worries to care about the right situation for him. Like, that's what his people need to worry about. But so yeah, I know there's been a lot of fan talk, like a lot of fans, they don't want their teams trading for them. And like, I get it, like, he can't do the typical shit that you want your wide receivers to do. He can't get separation. He can't, like, all the shit we've been bitching about for last years, like, we ain't the only ones that see it. Other fans are seeing it for picks only. Okay. A fourth this year, fifth, sixth next year.
I take that because you got to remember, John Lynch and crew, they make their money in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. The first 3 rounds is a crapshoot.
Yeah.
But later in the draft, Fred Warner, Damodar Lenore. I mean, the list goes on. They find players. So I'm good with that. And if we get multiple picks for them and restock, that's a win.
Yeah. Hashtag smile. Get into the
Get in
giveaway.
there.
Hashtag smile. We got the numbered Ricky Pearsall and the Deebo Samuel patch card. Get in there. Get in there. TL says a team that would be scary if they get him is Deebo is Baltimore. Now, yeah, could you imagine with Lamar? You got Henry, and then Deebo. Like,
I thought about that too.
They'd have like 600 freaking rushing yards a game.
Yeah, and just think of Lamar and Deebo running some kind of pitch counter where Lamar could take it or pitch it, or Lamar running the fake and throwing the backside screen to Deebo. Like they could go crazy.
That is the type of wide receiver that they need. Like these, like they've drafted some wide receivers that just like does not fit with Lamar at all whatsoever. And it's just like, what are you doing? But Deebo is definitely like, I could definitely see him fitting there. Yeah. So that's a good idea. Now, another thing that's interesting, the Jets obviously have announced that they're moving on from Aaron Rodgers. No surprise, I'm sure. But obviously with Aaron Rodgers out, you now have Devontae Adams there.
He wants out.
Why would he want to stay there?
Exactly. You already said it.
Because Aaron Rodgers is there. The poor guy, every team he goes to be with a quarterback, the quarterback leaves, and then he's just in the shithole. So it's already been mentioned that he wants to be on the West Coast. He obviously doesn't want to be out there in the cold in freaking New York, New Jersey, wherever the hell they are. So if you just have a wide receiver on your hands, Jets, that's doesn't want to be there, you don't want him there. It's not doing you any good there. Might be able to work out a little deal. A little swappy swap. Even if we have to package Deebo up with a fifth or whatever, a fourth. I don't know what fucking it would take to get. But even if we have to, throw in a pick, obviously not a first, second, something like that. But a late round pick with Deebo to get it done. Like, shit. You got Devontae Adams, freaking BA, Pearsall.
Yep. Exactly. A legit red zone threat. Just throw it up to him. Just throw it up to him. None of this BS. Just throw it up to him. Yep. Yeah. If they'd be stupid enough to take it, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Why not? They allegedly asked for him 2 years ago or whatever it was. Like, I got to say allegedly because it was never confirmed. So, hey, how about now? What do you call it? Their new head coach, Aaron Glenn, tough-nosed guy, loves gritty players. Hey, his name is literally Deebo. Doesn't get much tougher than that. Like, come on, let's make something happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And like I said, another team with like a quarterback influx situation. So you need reliable targets. So, hey, you got Garrett Wilson there. We know he's a stud, a legit number one, kind of like Pittsburgh, a young, legit number one receiver. All right, let's get a legit number two in here.
Yeah.
We get to work the underneath stuff, just dump it onto him, let him go get some yards. Here you go.
So, yeah, just a few places I was just thinking about, that we could possibly get something, back. And then who knows, teams that have, obviously I wasn't going through all these teams freaking rosters to look, but, teams that have O-linemen that maybe they're trying to move or, in the last year of their contract or, whatever the hell. Like if we could get another piece in here that we actually need, a spot, an area of need. Hey.
Yeah.
I don't think obviously trading him for a wide receiver, like I don't feel like wide receivers are going to be at the top of our list. We're definitely going to need to restock here. But it's not going to be, just because we lose Deebo, it's not going to become our number one need. Like we still have Ricky and, Ayuk, hopefully he'll be ready. But I mean, I'm not turning down if you can get Devontae or you can get whatever, like a top guy. Shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I ain't turning that down. I saw a chat that you're saying the Rams getting Adams, and obviously, it's been rumored that they're trying to move Cup. I would really hate to see the Rams get Adams, like,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they're keeping, like, we'll have to see what the hell's going on with Stafford, because rumors
Yeah,
are that
exactly. Yeah,
he could be traded and he's falling apart anyways. But if
exactly.
they could even squeeze another year out of Stafford, like, he has the type of arm that can take advantage of
Oh,
Adams,
he's got
like,
talent
that's
for
going to
sure.
be, whew.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That's
What year
interesting.
was Pitts drafted? Because he has, what, 1 year left or 2?
Yeah, he's on the cusp.
Let's see.
He's on the cusp of getting his second contract.
Yeah. But it's not like he's done anything to warrant,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It weren't a huge payday.
definitely hasn't lived up to his draft stock.
Yeah, yeah. This is the final year. 2025 would be the final year of his rookie deal.
So, yeah, they'd probably be trying to move
10.8.
him.
Mm-hmm.
We need a tight end.
With the TN2.
Who knows what's going on with him? Like, has it been just because Atlanta's so ass and their quarterbacks have been ass and haven't been able to, their coaches have been ass too? Like, nothing has benefited that poor kid. Or, like, has he just gotten to the NFL and it's just one of these guys that, was a college stud and then gets into the NFL
Right.
and doesn't have it? Like, who knows? But I mean, somebody like that might be worth taking the chance on.
But you never know. The way Michael Penix Jr. came on last year, might have a new lease on life. He may put it together this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
But going to that final year, I think it's something you take a flyer on. Like, hey, can we work something out? You never know.
Hashtag smile. Get your
Get in
asses in there. Let me pull this up. Seems like people get the hit more when it's on the screen.
Yeah.
And then Jess, I don't think is here anymore. So if she wins the swiper, she's not even here to give it away.
Yep.
What's it? Smile. I forgot what we had did. No, yeah, smile. Hashtag smile. All right, let me pull it up here so you guys can get in there. So I was trying to think, like, okay, Jess is here. Okay, you're lucky. Because that way, I don't know if you've been here to hear about the new Swiper Award, but if somebody wins, like whoever wins like multiple giveaways for that day, and say, like, currently you have 1, 2, right? So let's say the next 2 giveaways, it's John and Bob. So you would have the Swiper Award. So it's just like a pay it forward thing. So I have a card here that's marked Swiper. So whoever wins the Swiper then, pays it forward and gives that card away to somebody that's in the chat. So just, a little something to pay it forward, since, that person won a lot, of the giveaways that day. So yeah, that's what that is. So currently you are winning it.
In the lead.
All right, so let's draw. I'm going to draw Deebo first, and then we'll close it off with Ricky P. Big Ricky P.
Ricky P.
So good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
You looked all
For Deebo patch card. McNiner.
all right.
Congrats, sir. Is yours? All right. And the numbered Ricky Pearsall. Good luck. Ah, McNiner.
Oh, look at that.
So no
Loves its favorites.
swipe today. Because we got McNiner and Jess both with 2. So the swiper card rolls over to next week. Until whenever it goes away. We've given away 2 already since we started it.
Yeah.
It was crazy because it took so long to give the first one.
I know, to get the first. Yeah.
Like, I started that because we had, up until then, so many people that would win like 5 of the 6, 7 giveaways.
Yeah.
And it was just like they would win everything. And then the rest of the chat's just there with nothing. So we started that, so that, at least, somebody else in the chat that hadn't won something, could get something.
Right.
And then it literally took like a month, if not longer, for the first one to be given away.
Yep. Crazy.
And I was adding more cards to the giveaways, as we're going to try to get it to go, and still we couldn't hit it. Like, it was crazy. But then back-to-back weeks, we had the first one and the second one go. So in due time. But yeah, congrats to y'all. Pause what? BBL swiper. You pause, boy. Talking about BBLs.
This ain't that kind of show.
This not the after show, the after party.
That's right.
Talking about BBLs. Anything else you want to talk about? Chats.
What else is there? I don't know. A lot of people were panicking over this move and like, we need to bring in another wide receiver. I don't think so. I think we're good. We saw Juwan Jennings emerge, and he's like a legit number 1. I mean, he played the role of a number 1 this season with Ayuk out, right? Did a damn good job. We saw Ricky Pearsall emerge at the end of the season. His number was finally called, and it was called more than Deebo's. And we saw him get separation and get open.
Yeah.
Short, intermediate,
he can do
and long. Yeah. We know he could do it. So we're good. We got young Jacob Cowling still there waiting to be unleashed. And we saw flashes of him. He's just low man on the totem pole, unfortunately. So that's 3 receivers right there. But don't forget, you got CMC coming back. And we know how he's used in the passing game. Don't forget, we got the best tight end in football in George Kittle. We know he gets open. And when he ain't open, he's going to jump over somebody and catch it anyway. So the passing game, I feel, is fine. As far as receiving, receivers in the pattern, we're good. Don't lose focus on what the main thing is. That's the gosh darn trenches.
Yeah.
So just don't lose focus on that, faithful. Gosh darn trenches. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. TL says, who do you want to bring in as a backup quarterback in free agency, or would you rather draft a rookie? If we draft somebody, I'm cool with that too, but I definitely want to get somebody in there that has some experience. Not one of these just guys to take up a freaking roster spot that's like doing absolutely no good to the freaking team whatsoever. Like, hopefully we're not going to need you to play, so at least you could be helping Brock in some way, whether that's preparation for the next game, mental stuff, bringing some knowledge, bringing some experience, something like that. So I'm all for like a guy like Flacco, I'm sure there's other guys out there, but like something like that.
Yeah.
But, and then obviously if you draft or then pick up a young guy to take that QB3, but we also have that guy too, that he was like our quarterback 4 that was on the practice squad. He had
Mordecai
played
Tanner.
he had played in the preseason and was, so
Yep. He was there all season long on the practice squad. So he's
our
there.
third guy. Like, hopefully you never need the third quarterback, right? So
exactly.
Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
Rodgers, no. Hell no. No. Because that motherfucker ain't gonna just sit quietly at, like, you gotta bring in a guy that's knows you're the backup quarterback. This ain't no competition. You're never gonna get the starting job only unless something happens. Like, you're not beating out Brock. You're not here to take his fucking job in any way to cause any fucking issues. And Aaron Rodgers ain't just gonna sit there quietly in the backup spot. Like, I don't see that ever happening.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's either gonna be a starter or he retires.
Yeah. And legit, you don't listen to what the media says and the pundits say. We know that they're lazy and they would just put out the same garbage over and over.
Yeah.
And ever since the draft, where we took Alex Smith over Aaron Rodgers was forever linked to the 49ers.
Yep.
And whenever he might have been available or was thinking about being available, they immediately point him to the 49ers and throw logic completely out the window. So that's all this is. This is the, same shit, different day, different decade at this point. It's like, Aaron Rodgers wants to leave San Francisco.
That Salah's back on the team. Like, Rodgers is the reason Salah got fucking fired.
And that's and when I say logic gets thrown out the window, that's a big reason right there. You had your defense ranked 1 through 3 in the entire league. Offense ranked at the bottom of the entire league. And you go to the front office and say it's his problem.
Yeah.
The dude, the number one dude. Huh. Really? Okay. He ain't coming to San Francisco.
No
Robert
way.
Saleh would walk out. Like, run your own damn defense. I'm out.
Could you imagine they got Saleh to come by telling him, we're going to let you have your say in the draft, let you get your players. Oh, and by the way, we're also bringing in Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would go over. That'd go over very well. Like, people, these fucking people, I swear. And that's the thing. What pisses me off. These people get paid millions of dollars to talk football, to do what they fucking do. And they come up with shit like linking again. As soon as it came out that the Jets, the other day, that the Jets were moving on from Aaron Rodgers, it was already, San Francisco, second best odds to get. Like, shut the fuck up.
I know.
I feel like it's all over again with the Kirk Cousins bullshit. Like, let it freaking die already, please.
Yeah, exactly. Let it go. Get some new material. Write a new joke. Do something.
I know.
Right.
Get paid millions of dollars to talk about the same thing for fucking 15 years. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, I'm over it.
Yep.
But yeah. Off-season fun. Deommodore Lenoir.
That's my dude.
I think it was Rob had brought up his tweets. So, he is really good friends with K9, K Nixon from Green Bay. And so when the news came out that, Deebo asked for the trade, whatever, a Packers podcast put out a tweet that says, breaking, Deebo Samuel is available for trade. Packers time to bring in a number one. Well, K9 quote tweets that tweet and says, love him. We don't want him. And the laughing emoji. So Deommodore Lenoir quote tweets that and says, you scared of hitting drills? I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is why, we gave him the award for the Just Like Us award, because the shit he gets on Twitter and says is like,
exactly.
Like us, I swear.
Yeah. Like, he could be a co-host to this show. He stay talking shit to his friends, to everybody. So I'm loving it. Yeah.
And then the same guy, the K9, he had shared something and said, yo, Tay Adams, and quote, and tagged Tay Adams and said, pull back up. And Deommodore Lenoir then quote tweets that and says, monkey see, monkey do.
He's not letting nothing slide.
It's funny.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, can you imagine? Like, we just get to see, like, literally, like, probably a half of a 1% of
Yep.
these guys, like, personalities and shit. Because when they get in front of the media to ask questions, like 99% of the time, like, that ain't what they're like, right? Like, they're putting
Nope.
on their media like
Exactly.
personality. So like we hardly get this little glimpse of how these guys are, but can you imagine like how Diamador Lenore is probably so fucking hilarious in person?
Yep.
Like he's
exactly.
probably like such a fun guy to just like kick it with.
Yeah. And it seems like down to earth and everything.
Mhm.
Like you could definitely like tell you could hang out with him and have a good time, and it wouldn't be pretentious or anything like that. It'd just be cool.
Al Bundy is available and the 49ers are interested.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Fortify the running back room. You know what I mean?
The Las Vegas Sportsbook says so.
I know, right? He has the what's this? The second highest betting chance of signing with the 49ers.
Oh my god. So yeah, chat. That's all we got for you today.
Yep.
We'll see what this off season brings. I think yesterday they had said it was officially like 30 days. What was it? Let me see. The NFL's free agency negotiating window opens 1 month from today, and that was yesterday. So time, we always make it seem like, so dramatic, like the football season ends and we got so long to wait till football starts again, which it does seem like, when you look at the calendar, like, dang, we got to go all these months.
So long.
But time goes by way too fucking fast. Like, I swear, like when I was young and I would hear my grandma, my mom, whatever, whoever say that, like, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like these people, they're always bitching about something. Now that I'm old, like, oh my God, like I swear I lose a week every week. Like I just don't know how, like I run out of time every day. Like, like how is it possible that time goes by so fast? So, we got that. Time goes so fast, but we have like so many like little pit stops along the way. So like we got, free agency starts, then, the draft, we got, this day, then we got rookie training camp, and then real training camp. And by then, the season's already starting. So
exactly. It makes it go quick.
Yeah. I will say that I'm getting rid of StreamYard. So how you see this all set up is going to all change. So probably going to look a little janky for a little bit till I figure out what I'm doing. But that's why I'm doing it now in the off season. Take that time to let it look janky. But yeah, obviously those that know I'm like moving on over to Twitch and starting a new little project over there, like non-football related. So as I do that, the programs that I need to run Twitch don't work on YouTube. But the programs, like I can use that program to run YouTube, but vice versa. Like I can't use this program right now that I use. I can't use that on Twitch. So I have to like move everything over. Well, that program is like hella hard. Like I'm having so much trouble. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble learning it, but I've like watched, I swear, like 6,000 fucking YouTube videos now. So all that to say,
like John B already said OBS. I knew my geeks out there would start naming streaming softwares.
It definitely is OBS. So once I get everything figured out, eventually it'll start looking cooler on this side over here in YouTube as well. But, just so you guys know, once you see things looking funky, I just didn't run away and forget about YouTube. I just had to grow, and it's not happening over here. So I got to move on and do other avenues. But that, you guys are my babies. You guys are my first loves over here. So I'm not going to forget about you guys. I just have to go make new babies. Okay. Mom has to go mom somewhere else right now. Got to have new kids over there. I know, John V. It's so annoying. And it's just because you need so many things. Like you can't just open up OBS like you do StreamYard and start your show. Like you need so many different things to get it to run. And it's just like,
StreamYard is just here. Set it and go. Make it easy for your life. But OBS is some real hardcore shit. Like,
I'd rather
you want to
swallow
do this, you
before.
need this. You need this, you need this too. Yeah. But like you
Like-
said, you can connect and do so many different things with it that it's like once you get it set up, you start rocking.
Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, it'll be nice once it all gets set up. But getting it there is just has been a nightmare. But yeah, I appreciate y'all making new babies. I'm going to find them. I'm adopting them. But yeah, chats, I appreciate you all. Make sure you tune in to watch Ty tomorrow at East Coast, Red and Gold, and Jess and all the good people over there. I'll be back Thursday for the Two Goat Show with Steph. That'll be my last show that actually looks normal, because after that, I'm canceling this program. So it'll be gone. So long. But yeah, much love. Appreciate you all. Everybody have a safe, wonderful rest of your week. Until next week. Peace. As Steph Sanchez says, peace.